Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, July 26, 2025. And my joke for today is, do you have the medal? Do you have the METAL? Do you have the MEDAL? Or do you have the MEDDLE? Do you have the medal? Do you have the courage? Do you got the guts? I triple down dare you. Do you have the medal? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. And, but are you sure about that, Chief? Don't call me late for dinner. Surely you can't be serious. And don't call me that suddenly, don't call me to tell me that something suddenly came up, like the Brady Bunch and my visualbasic.net and my user interface, like the Brady Bunch squares. But I want to tell you about what's going on now, which is that I have gotten a break, like after 7 years of being here in Los Angeles without a penny. And people are saying that I'm in the military, people are saying that I'm in the CIA, I'm just playing your game because my lawsuit is mainly against the CIA and the FBI and the United States Office of Special Counsel, which are the federal agents that were involved in Spygate, like Magdalena Novitwitz and Mariani Caval Ramos and Simone Cagua Silva, Darienzo, Soleimani Trump, Simone Silva and everybody else. These are federal agents that were part of Spygate. So Obama and whoever hired like these beautiful spies from Russia and from Eastern Europe and from Brazil to pillage United States of Americans like myself, citizens, which they call harboring, because what they do is these girls, they hook up with you on Match.com or Facebook, which is a pyramid Ponzi scheme. They hook up with you, and then they kill you, and they take all your money, and they take your identity. And then they have their husbands from Eastern Europe or Russia come here to impersonate you and to replace you. That's known as harboring. This is what ZL was doing also at Faith Tabernacle Church and Food for Net. They're killing you, they're taking your money, they're committing identity theft. And she was also like the Inspector General, Heather Hill, for TICTA and IdentityTheft.gov and the Federal Trade Commission for identity theft. And so she got away with harboring because she's letting people come here from the Netherlands, and she's running like a militant occult church at Faith Tabernacle Church and wonderful Britney Spears. And this is all part of City National Bank and Facebook and California courts, and they have committed coup d'etat, which is much worse than coup d'etat. It is a pyramid Ponzi scheme related to Mark Zuckerberg, and luckily for me is that I have finally received the help from John Ossoff, the senator from Georgia, and I thought he was part of the oversight committee in Congress. In Congress you have the House of Representatives and the Senate, and I thought he was like the Senate chairman for antitrust, similar to Chuck Grassley or similar to James Comer for House of Representatives. And I found out that he's no longer working at the Oversight Committee because he has taken a new position with the National Security Agency. And the National Security Agency has power and authority over the president, the vice president, the Oversight Committee. They're in charge of national security, So luckily for me, I got the help of John Ossoff, and he wanted me to sign a release form that I'm able to give all information about myself. It's called some kind of like privacy release form. And yesterday I was at the library, and man, there were like people trying to jump me at the library to make sure that they hacked my phone, and they came into my phone. My Microsoft Word was not working anymore. My internet was not working anymore. And I had to go through hoops just to get it done. And then at the end of the day, this girl comes up to me. Her name is Hearn. which is why I'm telling you that the main lawsuit is against the CIA and Spygate and the Office of Special Counsel and the FBI and the CIA and Spygate is because there used to be an Alan Stanford, and Alan Stanford was arrested because they call it a gimme, where Alan Stanford created a Alan Stanford savings account, and when the United States is in default, this guy's like really a patriot, but he's pretending to be like the biggest pyramid Ponzi racketeering boss, but he's really a patriot because he has created an Alan Stanford savings account. But this is like Alan Stanford version 2, and in the first version it worked. In the second version it doesn't work so good because the racketeering bosses from Antigua and the racketeering bosses from the British Virgin Islands, that Elon Musk said they have stolen $4.7 trillion a year. They're saying, yeah, Alan Stanford is the boss, but we're not going to give you $4.7 trillion like last time. This time we're going to put up a fight, and so that's where I come in, because I'm saying that there is a Clinton Antitrust Act interlocking directorates, because Larry Moran, my ex-brother-in-law, is really Stanton W. Lee, the Inspector General, and is really Lawrence D. Rubin, the judge, and is really Jennifer Newstead from Facebook, and is, like Girls Will Be Boys, and is really Laura Jane Kessler from the District Attorney's Office, and is really Kathleen Carrigan from Dawson E-Filing and FinCEN and the United States Tax Court, and is really Amy Coney Barrett from, she used to be Ginsburg from Supreme Court Grand Jury, Ginsburg. And so they have created here, and is really Mary Hearn of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, LASD, and along with Kennedy Wilson, it has changed their name to Kennedy Wilson Peters, KWP, to avoid prosecution, because they're going around, they stole my house, and I have the deed to my house. They don't respect deeds, and I'm telling you that it's Mary Schumacher, Carol Murray of the Irish Republican Army, that's mainly the leader of the CIA that's doing this. But she's also a patriot because she has created a savings account. Similar to my brother-in-law, Larry Moran, they have created a savings account for the United States known as Alan Stanford. But the niggers from Antigua are not giving it up that easily. That's what's going on.